Well, shit just got real. Iran just fired 6 ballistic missiles towards a U.S. military base in Qatar.
It's time for us as American people to stop sitting back and allowing them to make decisions that affect all of our lives of this magnitude. When we've made it clear that we don't want this, right? Where them bunkers at?
Officials have reported earlier today, this morning, that Iran was preparing to attack U.S. targets, but they have officially confirmed that they have launched towards U.S. targets. This comes after Iran told America that there would be repercussions for attacking them and that they would attack said targets. Explosions have been heard in the capital city of Doha, and the U.S. Embassy had urged all Americans to shelter in place, and Qatar has closed their airspace.
1 minute, we are just speculating that ABCD could happen to Americans, and then the next thing, it has happened. Ladies and gentlemen, DJT and his team decided to do the most towards Iran, and Iran decided if the United States is too far, the Americans that are in the Middle East, we're going to put their lives in danger. Just as Kamala Harris said that when this man makes a decision to go into a WAR with Iran, a lot of American citizens are going to lose their lives. Well, ladies and gentlemen, RIP to the ones that have left us, because literally just a few hours ago, American people, as you receive this news in real time, what is going through your mind? In this economy that Trump has made the United States to have a recession, inflation, that people do not have extra cash to be like, whoa, let me leave America and go somewhere safer for a time being. People do not even have the luxury to do that right now, apart from the rich. What is going through your minds right now? And I need you guys to know my prayers and thoughts are with you guys. It is so worrying. It is so worrying because imagine having a community of people that watch my content and the next thing you know, there's an unrest. Because at this point, you cannot even bet on anything that American people are safe.
On top of that, the UK told all their people to go ahead and take cover that are in Qatar as we speak. Now, this is the U.S. military base located in Qatar. And according to Google, this base serves as a forward headquarters for several key U.S. commands, including U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, and U.S. Air Force Base Command. Okay, so they knew what the hell they were hitting.
Honestly, what did y'all expect? I thought it would have came sooner. They wanted to slap Israel in the face first. Baby, and as soon as they close that route for that oil, we are definitely fucked. But let's wait for Trump, because you know Trump said they're going to be hurt like never before. They going to still get their lick back, sir.
My bad, they also launched one towards Iraq as well. This is an all-out assault on us. And it looks like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Bahrain are all on alert. They got jets in the air now. This is what you call an all-out look around and find out situation. Iran made it very clear that they was not playing, and the attack was going to be within range. Now, there's no reports of casualty just yet. And Frumpy is in the situation room, and you know he's going to retaliate. So let's just see what happens.
Here is the perfect example as to why this regime wants a war in the Middle East. Because when you have chaos overseas, you can distract from the chaos at home. And when you have chaos at home, you can distract with the chaos overseas. This article is from The Hill. It is from 3 days ago, and it talks about how Trump suggests farmers may get to keep undocumented workers after all. But read this quote with me, and then I'm going to show it to you on video too. We're looking at doing something where, in the case of good, reputable farmers, they can take responsibility for the people they hire and let them have responsibility, because we can't put the farms out of business, Trump told reporters Friday, which again was June 20th, 2025. And here's the primary source from the horse's mouth as well.
And we're looking at doing something where, in the case of good, reputable farmers, they can take responsibility for the people that they hire and let them have responsibility, because we can't put the farms out of business.
It just reminds me so much of, what's that? Oh, throughout the 17th century, European settlers in North America turned to enslaved Africans as a cheaper, more plentiful labor source than indigenous populations and indentured servants, who were mostly poor Europeans. Slave owners were also responsible for the slaves that they kept. You can call me crazy if you want to, but don't tell me that these conversations aren't happening behind closed doors. They are ethnically attempting to cleanse the United States of America by sending out black and brown people and importing their own white people from South Africa at the moment. But he didn't have the balls to say it out loud until we were watching the skies.
Get ready to rumble! Holy smokes, y'all. In a shocking turn of events, not really that shocking, because honestly, Qatar has the largest U.S. air base in the entire Middle East, the entire Persian Gulf. Iran chose, baby. They pulled that popsicle stick and said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If he hollers, let him go. I choose you. Pikachu, I choose you. And decided to start launching attacks on the largest U.S. base in the Middle East, the one in Qatar. Now, early this morning, I didn't know that they were actually going to launch this early. As I was recording the previous videos, Qatar immediately shut down the U.S. air base and immediately started telling people within the vicinity, whether they were American, British, or they were from Qatar, to stay inside of the house. Do not come outside of the house. Now, to me, that didn't seem like things was going to jump off that quickly. Now, missiles are going directly there. Iran started off with jamming any GPS signals across the entire Persian Gulf. And that was what alarmed everybody. Oh shit, it's about to go down. These niggas about to knock our shit in between the washer and dryer. That's what you get. Wallahi, you are gay. Wallahi, you are gay. Why would you go against your own brethren? Them is your cousins. They closer to you in blood than they is to us. Wallahi, you are gay. So the United States issued a warning or a notice basically saying like, hey, keep your shit on the swivel, because I feel like Iran up to something. I feel like they finna get their lick back and they not finna warn us. Pause. Did you warn them that you was finna do that to Fordo nuclear facility? Yeah. And they said it's almost certain it's coming down the pipeline. Literally an hour or so later, Iran, they running it up. Right now, y'all, it's happening on a telly. Okay, so let me show you what they getting into. So it's footage of possible interceptions of the Iranian drones, right? So large explosions were heard in Doha, starting there. And then the Axios quoting an Israeli official says that Iran launched 6 missiles, 6 of them K-word missiles, Shabar missiles, directly at the U.S. air bases in Qatar. Preliminary reports of Iranian attack on the U.S. air forces in Iraq as well. So it wasn't just the one in Qatar. It was also the bases, the U.S. force bases in Iraq, because they heard explosions there as well. So it sounds like they may have chose more than one base. And they said, baby, I'm finna paint the town red. I'm really finna run it up this time. Oh, this is gonna be my best word. There's also video drone footage of the actual missiles going, the missiles that Iran sent directly to that base in Doha and towards Qatar, and it was heard. The explosions were heard in Doha. Now this is insane, seeing as though Iran is getting their lick back, and now both Great Britain and the UN Security Council viewed what Donald Trump and the Trump administration did over the weekend was illegal under international law. Does that mean that they're going to do anything about it? Absolutely not. They're more than likely going to make more of a fuss and a stir about Iran getting their lick back. And I feel like Iran made sure they got their lick back, and they are making this clear. They're making their stance clear. They're not attacking, and they already said that. They're not attacking Qatar. They're attacking U.S. property. They're attacking the U.S. I didn't tell you to put that base on your property. Okay? That's U.S. property. I'm attacking the U.S. Not you, Buki. Move. Get up out the way. As you can see here, British officials privately argued about the bombing of the nuclear facilities, and basically saying that it wasn't illegal. However, it had been told to sources in the UN Security Council that ultimately they all agree, like, yeah, that was illegal, because now we all gonna have to suffer for the shit that Donald Trump did. Most members in the UN Security Council view U.S. and Israel's unilateral strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities as illegal, while some British officials attempted to argue privately that it wasn't. However, they ultimately all agree, yeah, it was, because we all gotta suffer. They bombing Qatar right now. You don't think they gonna turn around and come after us? I need you to wake up. Wake up. Now, shortly before this happened, Qatar announced that they were closing their airspace, and Iran said, nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. I don't give a damn about you touching home base, baby. You still gonna get tagged. You still gonna get tagged. You're still getting tagged. Oh, wow. Too bad. Close that airspace all you want to. You better hope you can catch me. You better catch me if you can, bitch. I'm still sending them missiles. I'm still sending them missiles. I don't give a damn about you closing your airspace. We don't give a damn about you closing them air bases. Tell them to move up out the way, because I'm finna blow it. I'm finna blow that bitch up. This place about to blow. I hope that's on their playlist when they actually pressing the goddamn button. I hope they jamming out to some Kesha. This place about to blow. Wallahi, you are gay. How did you get on the wrong side of history, Qatar? We was all rooting for you. How did you end up on the wrong side of history? And now I'm starting to believe that the things that they were saying that Hamas and the Palestinian political figures were saying about you and Egypt both sneakily changing the terms after y'all had went to Cairo to talk about the potential ceasefire. Now I'm starting to believe that what they said was 1,000% accurate. Because how did you end up on this side of history? Aren't you brown? That's crazy. That's crazy. You on your knees for the white man? That's insane. So the attack on the Al Udeid air base in Qatar had Trump and his entire team in the situation room, because now Iran done caused a major situation for the past 40 minutes. Ain't that insane? Chill. And Iran promises that this is not the end and that they finna really make some shit shake, since a bitch thinks she wanna play with me like that. They said, well, you already got the air base, and they said, no, you struck all 3 of my nuclear facilities. That means I get 3 lickbacks. Not it coming down to semantics. Child, that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm going to keep my eyes on this because this is still a developing story. But can y'all believe that Iran went to go get their lick back bright and early, baby? Bright and early on this side of the hemisphere. But it's dark over there, so they definitely... Yeah, they playing that all day. Jay was like, I'm finna blow the roof off this motherfucker.